Is up, my friends. You are very welcome back after Liverpool beat Toulouse by 5. I'm going to say that again. After Liverpool beat Toulouse by 5-1 tonight in the Europa League, we're going to take you through our reaction of the game, asking you guys, of course, to let us know your thoughts. We'll have a man of the match poll coming up momentarily as well. But I think we can all say, job done tonight. Well done to the boys. Plenty of goal scorers as well. We'll go through them and lots more over the course of the next 30 minutes or so. But this is a community channel, so we want to know your thoughts on the game. Easy work tonight, but let's be honest, these type of games should be easy work for Liverpool. If we really want to push ourselves to be one of the best, we need to be putting away teams like Toulouse fairly straightforward. So look, let's talk you to the goal scorers first and foremost. Opening goal of the game came from Diogo Jota. He picked the ball up in midfield. Lovely little drop of the shoulder. Toulouse players kept letting him run, so he did what any striker does. Made his way to the penalty area. Slots the ball past the keeper. That's 1-0 and we think, right, here we go. Easy afternoon or easy evening's work. Then Toulouse equalised. Chambers caught out of position. Trent tried to play a defensive line. Was just a little bit off. Toulouse get in there the right hand side. Score, it's 1-1. But we didn't need to worry for too long because Wataru Endo stepped up to get on the end of a brilliant Trent Alexander-Arnold cross to head Liverpool back into the lead and make it 2-1. Next up stepped Darwin Nunez. It was a shot from Curtis Jones that ricocheted into the path of Darwin. He composed himself, rocketed the ball into the roof of the net to make it 3-1. And from there on out, it was pretty straightforward for the Reds. Next up was a wonderful assist from Darwin Nunez as he rounded the goalkeeper and ever so cleverly played the ball off the post. Cleverly? What's cleverly? We're not talking about Nathan Cleverly. Ever so cleverly rounded the goalkeeper, played the ball off the post into the path of Ryan Gravenberch, who stepped around the keeper and buried it into the top of the net. So that made it 4-1. And then the great man comes off the bench, not to be outdone. Mohamed Salah gets his opportunity and then boom, gets a goal. So there we go, 5-1. Nom 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 nom. Job done. Right, did I miss any comments? Right, no, cool, let's go. Right, let's see, the man of the match poll is open as well for you guys to have your say. So don't forget to let us know who you think was the man of the match. As always, you guys vote for the Anfield Agenda man of the match. We have 4 options for you. Mr. Ryan Gravenberch, Mr. Wataru Endo, Mr. Darwin Nunez, or other. So over to you guys to let us know who you think was the man of the match. Endo was very good tonight. You'll never walk alone, Craig. Thank you, Smokey. Super Darwin, said Nydia, excuse me. Ryan Gravenberch for the win, said Jimmy. Nunez, man of the match. What? I mean, he did score a goal and assist, mate. You know, it may have passed by you, but... crazy how blessed we are in midfield. Comparing our midfield with last season, like night and day. I know, man, it's crazy, right? And all really young as well. I think the oldest is probably... Alexis, who's what, 24? So 24, Gravenberch's what, 21, 22? Dom just turned 23 yesterday, so happy belated birthday to Dominic Szoboszlai as well. And then we've got Jones and Elliott. You're right, it's a great little collection of midfielders we have. Darwin assist is so shameless. I know. But look, I'm going to look at it this way. If I'm supposed to sit here and listen to Mauricio Pochettino tell me that Michaela Mudryk meant that goal against Arsenal, then I'm going to sit here equally as deluded telling you that Darwin Nunez meant that assist. If that's the game we're playing, if I'm supposed to swallow that nonsense from Pochettino, then I'm putting that amount of nonsense right back out into the world. Endo is a working machine. It was really funny because at the start of the game, there was a little bit of Endo slander in the chat and we pulled them up on it and we defended Endo. And of course, he heard us and then decided I better score a goal here just to make Craig's life a bit easier. And he did it, and what a good header it was as well. Craig, I'll be honest with you, I didn't think Gravenberch was good enough for Liverpool, but I stand corrected. I mean, Dania, how could you not have thought he was good enough? What type of a clown doesn't think that Gravenberch was going to be good enough? I only say that, Danny, because I was similar. So I have to hold my hands up on that one as well, my friend. But he is, you're right. He's very much good enough and very much showing that with that bit of belief, with that confidence and with a run of games, what he can do. Now we just need a Maka goal. It was lovely as well. 2 things that I loved tonight. Obviously, getting to see the lads play that we don't get to see too often is great. But it was nice to see Mo come on, get the armband and score a goal. I thought the armband looked very well on him, might I say. And lovely to see him so happy and smiling at the end. It was just a pretty perfect evening, you know. As I mentioned when we conceded, young players are going to make mistakes. But the most important thing is that they learn from their mistakes. And I'm sure that this will have been a great learning experience for those youngsters that Klopp gave the opportunities to tonight, and they will learn from it and improve and push on, and we got the result. It is 9 points from 9. Again, I just want to take a second to congratulate Brighton as well. What a night for them and their fans at the Amex, beating Ajax by 2-0. That's incredible. So well done to De Zerbi and Brighton. Darwin was so unlucky. Would have been a world-class goal, said Danny. Nunez is so good right now. He got unlucky when he missed. Player ratings. We do that, Charles, on a separate video, mate. So when I finish this match reaction stream, I record the player ratings then, and we'll get that up in about 20 minutes after this stream is over. Right, why are people so hard on Nunez all of a sudden? Because they're idiots. That's all I can say. If you look at Darwin and don't fall in love and don't think that the dude is just all action, I can't help you. Look, he will miss some chances. We're going to have to just come to terms with that. But he will create a lot more. And he never lets his head drop. He just keeps playing, keeps doing the right things. And I love it. And I love him. So nothing but love coming from Mr. Nunez. From us. Anyway. What a match, Chris. Loved it. Chris? Anyone? Chris? Chris? No. Nobody. No Chris here. Darwin is utter chaos and I love it, said Chewits. I want to say you've been doing so well with all the work you've got on your plate and the other channel as well. Thank you, Caleb. I really appreciate that, mate. Look, I don't see it as work. You know, it's a pleasure to get to sit and talk about football. But now, obviously, with Adam coming on board on top of the league, it does free me up a little bit more to do a few other bits and pieces, more content. We've a little bit of extra content we're planning for Anfield Agenda that I can't tell you about yet. But before we get stuck into everything today, again, want to give a shout out to our amazing sponsors, Manscaped.com. With Christmas coming up and, of course, Halloween, nobody wants to be scared by a pair of hairy balls, let's be honest. So why not get yourself over to Manscaped.com and use the Anfield Agenda discount code of Anfield20 to get yourself 20% off and free shipping at Manscaped.com, whether it's the Lawnmower 4.0, whether it's the Beard Hedger Pro, whether it's the Law or with the Weed Whacker or even nose hair trimmer, the ball deodorant, whatever it is your little heart desires, get yourself over to Manscaped. Use our QR code in the bottom corner there or a discount code Anfield20. Does Gravenberch is on fire? I think you meant to say Gravenberch is on fire. We'll just ignore the first word, Pirate. Thank you for your super chat, mate. And you're right, he is on fire and he's our boy. Good to see Gakpo back, said Tony. Yep, it is, of course, with the game coming up against Forest as well. And look, I'm really looking forward to Liverpool winning and putting that Forest fan back in their place at the weekend. We all know who I'm talking about, right? The Forest fan that, you know, we don't see talking about Forest very often, but that special Forest fan is going to get absolute abuse off me. And I mean Sabrina, of course. I don't know what you guys are thinking about. Clearly, I'm talking about my wife, who's a Forest fan. So yeah, I'm looking forward to the banter in the Holden house on Sunday when Liverpool beat Nottingham Forest, and I get to slag my wife about it. Oh, angry opening of the door. Here we go. Another very famous. Are you putting yourself... Hold on a minute here. Are you putting yourself in the very famous category? No. She came in the door and she said, I think you're forgetting about another. All right, love. I mean, fucking hell. Calm down here. Calm down. Do you know what I mean? Another. You've outed yourself now. You're a big head. Off you pop, love. Off you pop. Away you go. Bye, yeah. I'm going to out you someday publicly. Show pictures, everything. Off you pop now. Get ready for your beating on Sunday.
I hope you mean Forest.
Don't mind me, I'm just in the middle of a show here, but you just do what you want. Just run in, next time put some clothes on. Whoop whoop. Incredible tonight. Scanlon got a run in the end. It was good as well, said Kylie. Family drama, bringing the popcorn. Look, this is my life, mate. This is my house. This is the way it is in the Holden household. You know when I told you that story about my son in the airport and people thought I was lying? Honestly, if you knew Lucas, if you knew my son, you would know that he absolutely said that in the airport, and I couldn't have been prouder. Darwin trolling us, very good impressions from him as well. This is how you know it's a genuine home stream. Absolutely. I knew from the door opening, John. I knew from the way the door was opened in the kitchen what was coming. And it wasn't a plate of food anyway, even though I can smell it. Somebody's cooking something. Craig, do you think Endo should start against Forest? No, I don't. Because we've rested players. So, Szoboszlai, well, if you want to play him in the 6 maybe and have Szoboszlai and McAllister ahead, fair enough. But if he wants to get Gravenberch on the pitch again, which, let's be honest, his form definitely should get him that start. I don't know. Like, long term, I don't want McAllister in the 6 because I want to see him in his better position, which is the more advanced position. Do I support Palestine? I support humanity, my friend. I don't bring politics or religion into streams. But what I will comfortably say is anybody who's displaced, who's hurt, who's injured, who's lost their lives or their homes, they deserve the respect, the humanity, and the access to any aid that they need. And that's my concern. And that's most people's concern. We don't like to see innocent people on any side of any conflict ever injured or hurt. Humanity should be the most important thing. So I don't pick sides, mate. I just want the best for humanity. João Pedro and Lewis Dunk on another level today for Brighton, said Shauna. Curtis doesn't deserve to be a Liverpool player. What? I mean, that changed very quickly, the whole Curtis Jones vibe there. Why exactly is he all of a sudden now no longer good enough? You remember, he hasn't had a run of games, Curtis. He's been suspended for some games, so he hasn't had the rhythm of Premier League games. So, I mean, weird that on a night where we win by 5-1, that's the angle you're going with. I mean, if I did that, imagine if I came on here now after us winning 5-1 and start slandering Curtis Jones or anybody. It's weird. Who would you start up front against Forest? Darwin. Do you know what? I might mix it up a little bit against Forest. But Diaz didn't start today, so maybe I'll probably go Diaz, Darwin, Salah. But you could make an argument for Gakpo centre and Darwin left. The fact that Diaz didn't play tonight makes me feel like, okay, play Diaz on the left, play Darwin through the centre and Salah on the right, and then maybe bring Gakpo on for the last 30 or something as he continues to work his way back. What was your first Liverpool game? So it was 1-0 and Rushy scored it. And my memory wants me to say it was Oldham. Like, I was... How old was I at the time? I think it was about 12 when I went over. I think it was Oldham. I want to say it was Oldham, but Rushy scored anyway. Great to see we've got depth in the squad to rest players and still get a big win, said Craig Gatland. Again, if you are new to the stream, my friends, please do hit that subscribe button and drop a like on the video as well. Really appreciate all of your support on the channel. Elliot worked like a dog, said John Williams. I thought, look, we did what we had to do tonight. We didn't have to be at our absolute best. We didn't have to break emergency glass and bring the lads off the bench to rescue it. The lads got the job done, and I'm certainly very pleased with a 5-1 home win in Europe. Right, so let's have a look at the man of the match poll and see how that is looking anyway. So we asked you for your man of the match. We've had over 2,000 votes so far, and Ryan Gravenberch is head and shoulders above everybody else. We will leave that up though till we finish the stream. What age did you start supporting Liverpool? 8, mate. I was 8 when I started supporting the Reds. Jones not only today, I don't know what that means. We love Jota. Danny, he's an assassin in the penalty area. That goal, it was both beautiful and weird because he picked up the ball in the centre circle. He turned towards the Toulouse goal, started running, and there were players tracking him, but nobody put a foot in, and he probably couldn't believe his luck as he continued running towards the penalty area, drifted to the right, still nobody making a challenge, and then he perfectly slots the ball past the keeper. Great goal for Diogo, but how was nobody challenging him or bringing him down outside the penalty area? We really need Andre or Fernandes to complete our midfield transformation. Hopefully a left centre back or a right wing back. Definitely need that number 6. Whether that's Andre or whether that's Ezekiel Fernandes, I don't know. Hedging my bets, I'd probably push towards Andre because we seem to have done a lot of groundwork on that one. Obviously, as I mentioned before, we were respectful of Fluminense. Fluminense playing the Copa Libertadores final against Boca Juniors. I'm almost sure it's November the 4th. And then their league campaign finishes in December. So hopefully we'll be able to get that deal, if indeed we want to pursue it, ready to go for the opening of the transfer window. John Williams, thank you for your super chat. Said Gravenberch's first touch is unreal. He glides. Glides is the perfect word, isn't it? Like he does, you're right. He effortlessly just glides across the pitch. He could be the player that Paul Pogba could have been. And look, Pogba on his day was unplayable. Pogba for France was unplayable. Pogba for Juventus was unplayable. But if Gravenberch can have a bit more of that, but consistent, what a player. Does Gravenberch remind you of Szoboszlai when he plays? No, different technique in how they strike and manipulate the body with the ball, but both very intelligent, very classy footballers. If Liverpool reach the final, who do you think they'll play against? Hard to say because we don't know who's dropping out of the Champions League yet. You know, let's say United or Newcastle drop down out of their groups. I don't see Arsenal dropping out, but let's say one of those two did. You know, they'd probably fancy a good run in the Europa as well. So, I don't know, is the honest answer. But that's the goal, is to win the Europa League. That's what we should be looking to do. 10th of the 4th, 1993, Ian Rush goal, my first game as well. That makes perfect sense, Michael. That tallies exactly with what age I would have been. So yeah, there you go. Maybe that was the game you're talking about. I remember Rush scoring and it being, and us winning 1-0, I think, but that makes sense, Michael. Thank you. Did you see Sevilla are third in the Champions League group? Don't be saying that to me, Corey. Look, I feel like we beat Sevilla over 2 legs. I do. So, yeah, hopefully if we get Sevilla, it is over 2 legs. So, let's wait and see. Would love Leverkusen in the final. Oh, that would be a tasty final, Michaela. Liverpool by a Leverkusen. Oh, that would be... I feel like that would be an action-packed game. Thoughts about the whistle in the crowd? So I didn't know what happened until the chat told me, because I don't have the commentary or the audio on in the game. But yeah, you don't want that stuff. Look, I hate seeing stuff like whistles in the crowd or laser pointers being shone at keepers' faces. There's no need for it. There's no place for it. You know, everybody, football needs to be better in them moments. And we want to see the good side of fans, which, to be fair, we most often do see. Love Endo feels like he's going to be a real cult hero on Merseyside, said Mr. Rabbit in the Hat. Loving this teammate and excited about our future talent, said Danny. Yeah, I mean, somebody nailed it earlier on when they said it feels like night and day looking at the midfield now versus the midfield last season. Because look, that midfield served us well over the past 6-7 years. But at the end of last season, it was really clear we just did not have the legs in midfield anymore. It was one of those moments where, like, the lads' mind were telling them what they wanted their body to do, but the body just wasn't listening and wasn't able. So to see it refreshed and to see the players like McAllister, Gravenberch, Szoboszlai come in, and now Endo, of course, you know, today with a great performance as well. yeah, it feels like we've definitely done very well in the transfer market, and full credit to Jurgen, to the scouts, to Barry Hunter, to Dave Fallows, to everyone that helped with that recruitment, and George Schmadtke getting those deals over the line, and just great. Well, George Schmadtke and obviously some more senior people at Liverpool, but yeah, it's good to be a Liverpool fan at the minute, isn't it? It's you're optimistic again. I love how Nunez hit the post. I love him more, said John Williams. It was a great assist, wasn't it? Totally meant it though, John. Totally meant it. Incredible performance from the squad and players tonight. We may well have the strongest bench in the league. That bench for Liverpool tonight was ridiculously strong. I was saying at the start of the stream, like we'll never see a bench like that again. I would suggest it was ridiculously strong. Hedge said Anfield has no atmosphere. Sorry, but it's true. Every game is the same. So again, I've got to be fair and say I don't or didn't get to hear any of the atmosphere or commentary because I watch the game silently, so I don't get copyright strikes. So I can't speak to the atmosphere at Anfield tonight. But the chat was saying that it didn't sound very lively. But yeah, I don't know what else to say because as if it's not fair for me to comment on something I don't know. Is Darwin the assist king or the scoring buffoon? I don't mind. All of the above. Doesn't matter. Let's take it, Kakul. He's chaos, Captain Chaos. I love it. Have I had a bet on the final? No, I never bet something that far ahead because I'm not patient enough to wait. Trent showed real leadership today. Catherine, that stood out to me. Catherine Paul, that stood out to me as well. I thought that internally at one point when I just seen Trent calmly just surveying the ball from midfield and having a look. I agree with you. I thought he did show tremendous leadership. Please, Craig, Anfield atmosphere poll every post-match live stream. Brilliant. Okay, we can do that. Let's get a poll. Connor, can I end this poll and can somebody get a poll on the atmosphere? I'll end this one. 2,500 votes, and your Anfield Agenda man of the match is Ryan Gravenberch with 61% of the vote. Second place was Watoro Endo with 22%, Darwin Nunez with 13%, and Other with 2%. Emma, thank you for gifting 5 memberships. Really appreciate that. So yeah, look, we do try to listen, and let's get a poll on the atmosphere. Let's see what you guys think having listened to the game. Again, we're going to do that thing as well now that was suggested where I'm going to review another drink for every single game. Somebody suggested that, and I'm going to do it. I'm going to get my missus or my daughter to pick me up a flavoured drink, and I'm going to review and try a new drink every watch along. And if you have any suggestions, let us know. Right, so the poll is open. We want you to rank the Anfield atmosphere tonight. 9 to 10, 7 to 8, 5 to 6, or 0 to 4. You guys have heard it, so I will let you vote. All part of Darwin's master plan, so other teams can keep underestimating them, said Pepe. Opinion on Elliott's performance. He was okay. I'm not going to say it was one of his best Liverpool performances. Again, he was put in a position that he hasn't played in really for a while out on the right wing, but I think he was solid. Didn't set the world on fire, but didn't stink the gaff up either. Every match live Manscaped tutorial. If I'm not mistaken, I think that was the last Manscaped video we have. I think that was the end of our agreement with Manscaped. If I'm not mistaken, I think that this match reaction will be the last Manscaped video. I think I'm right in saying that. You look like white Pepe. I mean, I don't know if I'm more insulted there that you don't think my tan is marvellous. Can the poll be a live stream custom? I don't know what that means. Sorry, I don't know what that means. Too many entitled fans won't sing unless it's a big game. Look, it is almost... I guess football atmosphere is an interesting thing, right? Because you can't really force it. Like, You can go to some stadiums where you will hear singing and drum beating throughout the entire game, but I honestly feel that football atmosphere in itself is a living, breathing thing that needs natural instances on the pitch or natural incidents to happen for that atmosphere to be created. And if you're like winning a game handily, I mean, you'd want people to be happy and singing, but the real tension, atmosphere, the real vibrant, like in your face stadium rocking stuff, they're usually for the big occasions that, as I said, happen naturally. I don't think you can. It's a weird thing, atmosphere. Like, I don't feel you can force it. I think it has to. I hate when you go and you hear games where there's a solid drum beat or constant singing through the entire game. It doesn't feel natural. John Rogers, thank you, mate, for gifting 5 memberships. You're very kind indeed. Is Luke supporting Liverpool or Forest? I don't know who Luke is, so that one's gone over my head. Which was your favourite goal? Oh, great question. Which was my favourite goal? Endo's, because I love a good header, and it was a beautiful cross by Trent. Oh, look, there was some good goals tonight. Jota's goal was brilliant. Very good solo goal. Mohamed Salah's manipulation of his body and the drop of the shoulder to get it into his right foot was class personified. Darwin was just brute force into the top of the net. So yeah, all goals are the positive points. But if I'm picking a favourite, I'm a sucker for a good crossing header. So that Trent ball to Wataru Endo, and then Endo just heading the ball, looping it into the corner. I'm going to go with that one. I think he meant, does Lucas support Pool or Forest? That would make sense. I wouldn't say support anybody, but let's say Daddy makes sure he has Liverpool jerseys. Let's go with that one. So, what's this? Mohamed Salah has broken Thierry Henry's record for the most European goals scored by a player in a Premier League club with 43 goals. So, you know, just when we think there aren't any more records for the great man, up he steps tonight, scoring that goal late in the game to beat Thierry Henry's record with 43 goals, the most scored by a Premier League player in Europe. 43 for the great man, eclipsing Thierry Henry's record. And look, what a player. When he wasn't handballing and cheating with France, what a player Henry was. So the great man has now surpassed Thierry Henry with 43 European goals. What a pleasure, what a privilege it is to watch Mohamed Salah do his thing. You can't have a great atmosphere without shit ones. Again, I like that, John. Yes, again, like when you don't really appreciate winning stuff until you've tasted defeat as well, because you don't want to feel that feeling again. It's important to get used to a loss in life, be it in any sense, because it makes the good stuff even sweeter. Klopp just said Gravenberch is 50% at his best. Whew. Well, what a treat we're in for then. If Ryan still has 50% more to go, then wow. I mean, I'm looking forward to seeing it. What did you think of Trent? I thought he was very statesman-like tonight. I thought he looked like a leader out there on the pitch, and he played most of the game centrally. The offside trap thing, look, it was close, but I'm not blaming Trent for that goal. I thought he was alright, yeah. I thought he was grand. Look, ultimately, 5-1 win. I don't really have much to complain about. Nunez is coming into his own this season. What do you think his goals and assists will be at the end? So I'm not someone that measures assists. I'm really only focused on goals, if I'm honest. So I think Darwin scores 25 in all competitions this season. Yeah, I'm going to go with that. Rude Bellingbirch was great again tonight. There we go. Gravenberch looks like a beast. Can't wait to see him 100%. You should try a broccoli drink now, mate. Thankfully, I don't think one exists. especially not here in Ireland, so I don't think they'll be forcing that one. Kelleher, thumbs down. He probably could have done better with the goal. You know, removing my Irish bias, I do feel like maybe Queeveen could have done a little bit better with that goal. It certainly was close enough to it. There is a weird... Any goalkeepers will know what I'm talking about. There's almost a weird, like, tunnel part that between your lower body and your arm, that as you're going down sometimes, you don't know whether to go with your foot or go down with your body. And it felt like one of those that it's more awkward for Kelleher to get down to than anything else. But look, he probably could have done better with it. I do agree. Who needs Bellingham when we have Gravenberg, said EK. Thank you so much for your very generous super chat, my friend, and much love to you. And you're right. Who needs Jude? We've got Ryan, we've got Dom, we've got Alexis, we've got Curtis, we've got Harvey, we've got Stefan, we've got Endo, we've got Thiago somewhere. Record-breaking goal from absolute legend, said John Rogers. Thank you, John. We're lucky to be witnessing a player like Mohamed Salah. Yes, we are. Look, my friends, I'm going to go record the player ratings video. So do keep an eye out for that one. It's going to be coming out in the next 20-25 minutes or so. Don't forget, please do hit that subscribe button as well if you haven't done so. Drop a like on the stream and I will see you guys tomorrow. It'll either be 6:30 or 8:30. But either way, I'll see you guys tomorrow. So thank you so much for your support. Thank you to our sponsors, Manscaped, as well. Don't forget, you can get 20% off and free shipping at manscaped.com with our discount code Anfield20. Right, I will see you guys. Hopefully you enjoy the player ratings video, but I'll catch up with you soon. Much love. Bye-bye.